Hello, 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 everybody. It is Robin from Roaming with Rover. Welcome in. It is so nice to be talking to everybody again. I know it has been a hot minute, and I got my hand slapped the other day because somebody said, "We have not seen a video from you in forever." And I'll tell you why. I kind of felt like I didn't have anything to say, and I did not want to just get up here and jabber. And I was told, no, you have got a lot going on and we want to hear about it. So here I am telling you guys everything about what's going on. So consider this an update to Finish It Friday. Well, you guys know I have been doing the craft fairs, and my number one key takeaway from, okay, let's talk craft fairs. I've never done craft fairs before in my life. This is going to be a little bit of a long video because I'm going to give you guys an overview of my life in craft fairs and what I have learned. Craft fair season is not over. Almost for me. So I've never done craft fairs in my life. I never had any interest whatsoever. Never ever have I sold anything that I've ever made in crochet, and had no desire to. Never thought I was good enough. And a lot of us have that. Nothing I make is good enough. Why would I sell anything? And I'm right there with you. Never thought anything I made was good enough. Why would anybody want to buy what I make? And so I had no interest in doing the whole craft fair thing. So that's one of the things about craft fairs. And another thing about craft fairs is I don't know what people want. I have no idea what people want. And I'll tell you what, I still don't know what people want. Another thing about craft fairs is, you guys know me, I make blankets. I make Afghans. I don't make little bitty things that you sell at craft fairs. So I had to completely regroup my mind and figure out how to make craft fair things. And you guys remember at the beginning of craft fair season, I was asking everybody, what should I make? What do people want? And you guys gave me all kinds of wonderful ideas, and made a lot of those things. Some of them people bought. Some of them people did not buy. So it's been a learning experience since day one. We had to learn how to price things. We had to learn how to get things done. And this one was a little bit different because this was an ongoing. It wasn't just like a weekend event, because that's a whole different can of worms. So this was a summer-long farmers market. It's every week, and it's still going on. It is still going. It goes on till the middle of October. So we ain't done with this baby yet. We are still doing stuff. We are still learning, which is another reason that I have not been doing any videos, because I am up to my eyeballs in doing this stuff. Got about halfway through the season. You guys know I took a few weeks and went down and visited my grands down in Texas. And while I was down in Texas visiting the grands, I learned how to do some new stuff. I learned how to do some amigurumi down there, which I've never done before. So this has been quite a learning year for me. Well, the craft fair, it wasn't going well. You guys saw me do I did a couple of videos, a couple of how did the craft fair go? And it was not going well. My first few weeks, I barely sold anything, 2 or 3 things each week. And I was lucky because my boss here at the shop paid for our booth fee as a way for us to get the word out about the craft store. So I didn't have to worry about making my booth fee back. But in my mind, I was saying, okay, I have to minimally sell enough to pay the booth fee. Because if this were a real life craft fair for us, I would have had to make back my booth fee. And I was I had talked to I've made some friends with some of the other vendors, and this one gal, she really took me under her wing, and she's taught me so much about doing this stuff. And I asked her one week, I says, what do you consider a profitable craft fair? And she said, and I'll tell you what, this blew me away. She said, whatever my booth fare is, or booth fee is, I add a 0 to the end. And I'm like, whoa. So, as an example, the booth fee for this thing, now remember, this is a 20-week event, was $400. So she expects to earn a minimum of $4,000 over the course of, well, that's 20 weeks. So that's really, it's not that much really when you stop and think about it. So you break that something going on out there. You break that 400 down into 20 weeks, so that would be $20 a week. So she expects to earn $200 a week. Not that bad. That's really not out of the ballpark for it is. So we go from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 4 hours, and it's at least a half hour to tear down. It is an hour, at least an hour. We get there about 1 to start setting up, to set up all the stuff, and there's a lot of activity out there to set up all the stuff. So it takes about 2 hours to set up the tent and the tables and all that stuff, and then get all of our things set up. And it's me, because I'm slow and I'm still figuring things out. So now we're there for 6.5 and then drive to home and from home. So it's a minimum of a 7-hour day. Okay? When we do these things, we're supposed to include our time in when we cost out stuff. So that's 7 hours a week. That's a full work day that we're supposed to cost into the price of goods when we're costing out what we sell stuff for. And I bet you the majority of people who are doing craft shows are not counting in that time when they're costing out what their goods are, when they're selling stuff. But that's a full work day. And yeah, and it's a lot of work. And some days it's cold and it's rainy and it's wet and it's windy and it's hot. And I'm a wimp. I did not, when it was 105 degrees, I wasn't there, because there's not going to be anybody else there. There's not going to be any customers there when it's 100 degrees out. And when it was pouring down rain and we had 30-mile-an-hour winds, Robin wasn't there, because we're not going to have any customers there. And I'm not going to spend 7 hours fighting the weather to earn $25. Because I'll tell you what, there have been many, many weeks where we sold $25 worth of goods or $30 worth of goods. For me, I considered it a good week if I broke $50. And there have been several weeks where that's about where we ended up. Yeah, $50, $60. My very best week was a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think. And my very best week at the craft fair, at the farmer's market, was just about $100. And I was over the moon with excitement. Over the moon. It was a beautiful day. It was about 90 degrees. It was the beginning of the month, so everybody had gotten paid. It was just everything was lined up perfect. I think I have finally found, now that it's almost the end, I think I have finally found what kind of things people want. And I finally got my rhythm. Now, the crowd that we have here, this is a farmer's market. So it's a different crowd than people that come to a 1 or 2 day craft fair ready to buy crafts. We often get the same people week after week. I don't know their names, but I recognize them. It's like, that's the lady that looks at the earrings with her little girl. That's the little girl that got her ears pierced and she can't wear earrings yet. That's the lady with the little boy who always looks at, it's like that. I'm recognizing the people that come week after week after week. And that's part of the problem. The same people come week after week after week. They're not buying stuff. They're not buying stuff. This is something for them to do to get out of the house for a couple of hours on Wednesday night. So they come to the farmer's market, they're picking up a little produce, they're doing the walk, they buy a cookie, and they're done. So that's part of why I think we're not getting a lot of sales. What I do notice is I bring different stuff. I've got my same stuff, I've got my base stuff, but I'm bringing in new things every week. And they notice the new things. I also am changing my setup every week, and they notice that. So the things that I'm doing, I think, are the right things. Who knows? About a month ago, I learned how to make, and y'all know this, y'all know the leggy frog, right? Everybody sees the leggy frog. Where'd he go? Everybody knows the leggy frog, right? Leggy frog, leggy frog. And I do my bum a little bit different because I like him to be able to sit nice. So my leggy frog sits. And the week I showed up with the leggy frog, he sold out, flat out, sold everyone. I think I made 6 or 8 of them, gone, every one of them. Oh, I got all excited. So that week I went home and I made leggy frogs till the cows came home. Could not find a scrap of green yarn in this town after that. I made every yard of green yarn that was in this town, I made into a leggy frog. Week 2, every leggy frog sold out. I am searching high and low for green yarn. I got my bingo ladies are mailing green yarn to me. Haven't sold one since. And that was a month ago. So I took one of my leggy frogs, trying to figure stuff out, and look what I did. I gave him put a little flower on it, gave him a little flower on his lapel. We'll see if that makes a difference. I didn't do it to all of them because I just wanted to see if that made a difference, see if that catches somebody's eye. We'll see. And where is it? Hello, little leggy frog. I found that pattern where his little eyeballs are different. So I gave him the little different kind of eyeballs. Nobody bought him. I think he's adorable. Nobody bought him. So we'll see. Some of the other things, the bees, okay? The bees. The first week I showed up with bees, sold 2 or 3 of them. I've sold 1 since then. Now I did want to tell you guys something. I crocheted the bees, just like everybody else, using the crochet pattern. This one I did on my Addie. I did this little guy on my Addie. Now I have done a couple of things differently since I did my first one. You know, everything's a learning experience. I think he came out adorbs though. I really do like him. And I put the little sparkly eyeball on him so he really shows up cute. I like the way he turned out. I really do. And then I found that one pattern. You know, there's always that one pattern. I found that one pattern where he ends up with the little stinger and the antenna. Huh? So cute. They sit in this bag and get carried back and forth. So he's really cute. Thought he would sell immediately. Did not. He did not. He's so cute though. I've lost his price tag. I'm going to have to find it again. I've got my bees for $15. I have my leggy frogs are $10 for the small ones and $15 for the big ones. The other thing that I learned how to do when I went down to Texas to visit my grands was I learned how to do the octos. The octos. So cute, so cute, so cute. These are all kind of, at first I was doing different prices for different sizes, and now I'm just doing, except for the itty bitty ones, and I'm actually out of them right now. So they're basically, these are all I consider big. All the big octos are the same $15. And I've used the velvet yarn. I have used like the Premier Parfait yarn. So anything in that kind of a range of yarn, and they're all $15, and they're roughly this size. Now this little guy I did on the knitting machine. So I did the body on the knitting machine, and then I crocheted his little legs and added them on. I think he turned out really, really cute. Super cute. This one I used, this one. Talk about yarn chicken. This little guy I did with the I used the Premier Parfait, and I had about this much yarn left. And so I took the little bits left over and gave him some just little tendrils in the middle, just to use that last little bit. And then I added a little bit of velvet yarn that I had, just to throw a little color in there. And then, because I thought he looked kind of plain, look what I did on top. I just glued those on top. And they're little sea creatures. And I just thought that was the cutest little thing. Just give him a little pizzazz. So we'll see if that sells. And the same thing, now I did this whole guy on the knitting machine, and he's just got little legs. And I did the same thing with her. I gave her a little cupcake on top. Just give her a little pizzazz. I didn't have any more of this yarn, so I couldn't add any tendrils to her. And I wasn't sure if the pink, I just wasn't sure about the other colors. You know me, colors, you know me. So I just thought, well, I'm going to add the little pink thing on there. And I was looking through my stuff, trying to figure out what to add on top. And I was trying to not find something boyish or girlish. But then I went through my little memory bank, and I'm like, who's buying these? Who's buying these? And it's girls. It's teenage girls are buying these, or little kids. And I didn't think the cupcake would make a difference one way or the other. So, haven't sold. Like I said, that first week, first 2 weeks, couldn't keep them in stock. And now I've made a bunch, and they've been sitting around. I think I sold one last week. And then I went to Hobby Lobby, and I found, because my colors, I've got a ton of these, well, this not anymore of this one, but I've got a ton of this color. This is that velvet. This is the baby velvet, Bernat baby velvet, and a ton of these colors, but that's all I had. And I just got one skein of this just to try it out, and I've got two other colors, but one is like a chocolate and one is yellow, bright yellow. So I picked up at Hobby Lobby in Baby B, I think it's called, Baby B. And I really like the yarn. I have used it for, that's the same that this is. And I really like it. And I thought, what a fun color. I wonder what it would look like worked up. And I love the way it worked up. And I gave him the little tendrils. And I like the tendrils on it. And it took one skein. And it's funny because these both are considered the same weight. And I used the exact same pattern, the exact same count. And this one is so much bigger. Isn't that funny? The difference in the size. And the weights are supposed to be exactly the same. The yarn weight. That just goes to show you. Oops, here's one more. This is one of the little ones. I did this on the small Addie. And I just added a few little tendrils for here. So I sell these little ones for $8. So cute. So cute. Love, love, love those. And I sold a bunch of those. That's my last one. I had about 6 of those, and I sold all but the one. Now, I had some blanket yarn. Some of the, what do they call it? Yeah, I guess it's just Bernat blanket. And I started making one, and I thought he'd end up about this big. He did not. He did not. He ended up significantly bigger. I love him though, isn't he so cute? So, he's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger. But I've only got him for sale for $25. And I mean, $10 more than this guy? Everybody looks at him, everybody picks him up. Nobody's bought him yet. But I think he's adorbs. Absolutely adorbs. So he gets put up, and I put him up on I've got a milk crate, now I turn sideways. Or not a milk crate, a wooden crate. And so I set him up on there, and it really catches people's eye. And then just and then of course, you guys, everybody knows Mabel the chicken, and I thought I had one today. I did not. That was the week that I had my best week, was when I had Mabel. I showed up with Mabel the chicken and some pumpkins, and that was my best week, was when I had Mabel. I sold a bunch of Mabel. So I've got probably 8 more Mabels, and for next week, we'll see. But then, look what I did. Baby Mabels, little teeny tiny Mabels, this is so cute. So I sold one of these last week, and I made another one, a little white one, and I think they'll sell this week. And I sell my big Mabels for $15, and I sell these little guys for $8. So cute. So I had a little girl last time she came up, and she wanted the little Mabel, and her mom's like, really? Of all this, that's what you want? She goes, yes, I have to have the little chicken. So the little chicken went really well. Some of the stuff that I've had from the beginning, you guys remember the Sesame Street things? I still have a few hats, and this is one, this was the Lovey. This was the Sesame Street Lovey. I did this up on the knitting machine, did the Lovey, and I've sold a couple of the Loveys and a couple of the hats, not many, but it's been 100 degrees. So I anticipate, so this week we're going to the Yarny Social, so I'll miss it. Next week I'll be here, and the weather's dropping. We're gonna be in the mid 60s. Then I'll miss a couple of weeks because of my vacation, and then I'm coming back. I'll have one more week in October. October is cold here. So I expect to sell a couple of hats then. So he's so cute, he's so cute. Okay, that was from my original stuff. I made this. I don't know if you can tell, this is that velvet yarn. Oh, this is so soft. Made this on my knitting machine. I wanted to use up some of that velvet yarn, and I wondered how it would work in my machine, and it worked just beautifully. Look how gorgeous that hat is. I think you can just see how wonderful and soft that is. This thing is so soft and so warm. So I made 2 of these. I made one for Miss Morgan because I wanted to see how it would work up, and then I had so much of this velvet yarn, and I wanted to get her used up. And then I also made some kerchiefs, because everybody said these things sell like hotcakes. Didn't sell a one. And I priced them at $12, which I thought was a very fair price. Made 2 different designs. This one's kind of a sparkly. Can you see the little sparkles in it? Didn't sell a one. This is something new that I made the other day. The pickle. People call these the emotional support pickle. I had fun making these. It was super simple. It's not fast though. It takes a couple hours to make one of these, but you know, actually I can work on these while I'm at the booth because there's no really counting involved. So I can just sit there and go while I'm there. And so I actually have one of these going while I'm sitting at the booth. So I really enjoy my little pickles. What should I call him? Pete the Pickle? I don't know. What should I name him? In the comments below, tell me what you think I should name the pickle. He needs a name. So I really enjoy the pickle. He's so, so cute. I've seen people make him out of the puffy yarn, like this kind of yarn, but to me he was too big. I wanted just a regular size pickle. But if somebody wants one out of the Premier yarn, and if I can find it in the green, and I actually I thought about doing them in this color, but that's the wrong color, wrong green. So, but I thought this was the perfect color green. Now, anything that you guys see, if anybody's interested in buying any of this stuff, drop a comment down below. I have PayPal, I have Venmo. We can make arrangements. Once it's gone, it's gone. I don't think there's anything in here, maybe the exact color, but I don't think there's anything in here I cannot reproduce of the crocheted and knit stuff. I also have bags. I have a whole bunch of different size tote bags, from really nice big ones with handles to clear down to little bitty kid carry ones. But I just want to show you a few of the ones that I have made. Now this is a size, I was making these up thinking this was a good size for a notions bag, but also this is a good size for you to put your, I can't think, your toothbrush and stuff in that, like as a little travel bag. So this one, look at that, it says travel. I don't know if you can see that. And it's sort of chenille almost. It's got a real pretty feel to it. It says travel on it. All of these bags are one and done. I can't reproduce them. So that one says travel. And these bags, the bags are $10. These bags are $10. This one, I love this one. It's got the mermaid tail and it says beach please. This one is a denim bag with a tie-dyed heart on it. I love this one. This one is $12. It says, my plants get me. Now this one is also $12, and you'll see why. This is a crossbody purse, and I know this is such a big deal. This is a cute, cute purse for a little kiddo. It's got an oxalato on it. Yeah. So if you've got one of those kiddos that love the oxalatos, and I can do more of these, it won't be this exact applique, but I do have a few more of the appliques, but I did want to show people this. So I think she's going to be gone pretty darn quick. So that's what I work on, this kind of stuff all the time. And so that's the other thing that I've learned. Once you start doing craft shows, you don't get to work on anything you want to do. This is all you do, is work on stuff for craft shows. I have, like I said, I've got basically 2 more shows until this 20-week farmers market is done, because we're going to miss a few shows. And then we got set up to do 3 craft shows, actual craft shows at the high schools. Around here, all the high schools do craft fairs from starting in October going through into December. Every single one of the high schools will have one. And you put in for them, and then you don't really know that if you got accepted or not. So I put in for one that's in December, and they told me right away that we got accepted. So I know we're doing one in December. And then we put in, I keep saying we because there's a gal that works, she and I share the booth, and she sells these amazing cookies and hand-dipped chocolates. I'm so lucky to share a booth with her. Because I'll tell you what, she draws people in, and then they look at my stuff. So lucky, miss. And it's, her stuff is called Tailored Treats. Tailored Treats. And she does events. You can order stuff. I think she ships things out. I'll put a link to her stuff down below. Tailored Treats are so good. So good. So she's going to be able to, we're going to be able to share the booth space. So we're doing one in December. And it's one of the high schools, and it's a fundraiser for their football team. And then we put in for one in November, and just found out last week that we got that one. And the way we found out is you have to send in a check, and we found out they cashed the check. So that's how we assume that means we got accepted for it. And then we also put in for one in October, and we found out last week that they cashed that check. So again, we assume that means we got accepted for that one. So we've got one in October, one in November, one in December. And that's it for craft shows. And that's enough for me. And each of those is a Saturday and a Sunday. So it's all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Gives me, well, the October one doesn't give me a lot of time to prep, because I'll just be coming off of the cruise. I'll have one more week at the farmer's market, but I think it's the third weekend in October. So it'll give me about 3 weeks. And I don't want to do a bunch of Halloween stuff. I'll do a little bit of Halloween stuff. I'll do a lot of fall stuff. So pumpkins and leafy things and hats. You know what I thought of? Tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this is a good idea. I want your ideas, you guys, because I don't know. I mean, even at this point in time, I still don't know what people want to buy. But I did have this idea. Because this turned out so cute, what do you think about an octo in school colors? I'm liking that idea. So tell me what you think about an octo in school colors. And even, I could even do a leggy frog in school colors. Let me know what you think. School colors seems to be a thing. So I really, really, really want to know what you think about that. And also, if that's something you would be interested in, I could do school colors. I could do team colors. Let me know what you think. Okay. The other thing that is selling really well, and thankfully we're doing them, that is selling really well at the shows, the craft shares, is my earrings. I want to show you some of the earrings we've got available. And the thing with the earrings is, just like, well, not just like this, but most of the earrings, it's a one-time thing. I don't do a whole bunch of everything. There's a few where I've got a couple of different colors, or I have a few sets of, but most of them, when I order the charms, I don't get a whole bunch of each one because I don't know what people are going to want. And so I get, oh, this is cute, and this is cute, and this is cute. And when they're gone, they're gone. So it's the same kind of thing. If you see something that you're interested in buying, let me know. And if I still have it, we'll make arrangements for you. Okay, so I got a few Halloween things because, again, only got a couple of weeks and then one craft fair before Halloween. So love, love, love this. The kitty with the skeleton. I did have, I think I had 2 of these. I think. Yeah, and I sold one. So I think this is my last one of these. These are a favorite of mine. The little puppy dogs, the little trick-or-treat puppy dogs. So cute. I should show you. So these are not huge. I'll hold these up to me just so you get an idea of sizing. A little big, but not huge. Same with the kitty. He's about the same size. Little, well, you can't really see that one. Let me show you the skeleton. There you go. A little big, but not huge. Favorite. And I do have another pair of these coming. I was able to order another one of this charm. So cute. They're called boobies. Where's my camera? There we go. Boobies. How cute is that? And I have 3. I want to say I've got 3 pairs of these. I might have 4, but I might have 3. It's a little bit scary, a little bit scarier one. Tried to figure out a way to put like a bead in the middle, and I just could not figure out a way to do it. So I think I've got 4 pairs of these. All of these that I'm showing you, everything that I show you in earrings are $8 plus shipping. And so far, I've been able to ship all the earrings for about $1.50 because I can send them in an envelope. These ones are a little bit heavier. I still think I can get away with the $1.50. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Here's a fun one. And I do have more of these in different colors. I got about 4 different colors of these guys. How cute are the chickens with the little rain boots, the little glittery rain boots. So I've got these in 4 or 5. There's yellow, black, green, and I think I've got one other color, maybe pink. How cute is that? I love these guys. Love, love, love these guys. And these are cute. And I do have about 6 pairs of this one. because I had to buy a whole bunch of these charms. I couldn't get them individually. They're little tiny black kitties coming out of a coffee cup. I think it says coffee on it. It does, it says coffee on it. How cute is that? And these are enamel. All of those other ones I showed you were, nope, I lied. These are plastic and these are wood. Most of these are wood or plastic. These are precious. Look at that, the little sparkly green frog. I want to say I have 2 pairs of these, but I'm not 100% sure. And these are little. So cute. I had somebody specifically request these frogs at the farmer's market, and then she hasn't been back, so I set them aside for her for 2 weeks. She was one of the vendors, and then her booth hasn't been back. I really like these. These are also enamel. They're little flamingos. So they're a little bit long, but not terrible long. Super cute. Enamel. These are precious. I don't know what they're made of. They're not wood. They're not enamel. Some kind of a plasticky thing. All of these are very lightweight. It's a piece of toast with the egg on it, and the egg is heart-shaped. I didn't realize the egg was heart-shaped until after I had hung them up. And I want to say I might have 2 pairs of these. I might have 2 pairs of these. Now these ones are a little bit bigger. They are also made out of wood. And they are animal print. They're, yeah, definitely a little bigger. If you like big earrings, these are darling. They don't weigh anything to wear. And they say coffee on them with the heart. I love these. I have a pair. I had to keep a pair of these ones. I love these ones. And I wore them all day. I wore them 2 days. And I got so many compliments on them. Now my wires, just so you know, the silver wires, they are either hypoallergenic sterling or sterling silver or hyperallergenic. What's the other thing? They're sterling silver or they are hyperallergenic. Stainless. That's the word I'm trying to say. So like these ones are stainless, and these ones, and they say right on it. They're stamped with that, what is it, 975. So you can tell right on there. And these ones are all hyperallergenic or gold plated. Yeah, it says right on there. So they're good wires. I can't wear cheap earrings, so I don't expect you guys to wear the cheap ones. So these ones are the heaviest, and they're not heavy at all. They're still not heavy at all. So that's just a touch, a sampling. I probably have well over 100 different pairs, and I just got a huge order in. Gonna have a whole bunch of coffee ones, a whole bunch of Starbucks type ones, and I'll be showing off different in the upcoming videos. I'll always be showing off different kinds of earrings. And if there's something specific you would like, I have my email address down below in every video. Pop me an email and I will try to find them for you. And if I don't, there's a very good chance I already have it. And if I don't, I'll do my best to try to find it for you. Okay? So that's earrings. Now I wanted to show you one actual project that I'm actually working on. And the funny thing is, it is an actual Finish It Friday project. So if you guys remember, Finish It Friday started because I had a whole bunch of unfinished projects, and the idea was I was going to be able to pick up something minimally once a week. I was going to pick something up and work on it 1 day a week instead of grabbing something new or whatever. And This was one of my UFOs, one of my whips that I needed to work on. And I have a deadline for this. So I have been working on it, just grabbing it now and then and putting a little bit of time into it. And I forgot how much I enjoyed working on this. And so it's really, really coming out well. As you can tell, it's in Christmas colors. Maybe not the most traditional Christmas colors, but let me stand up so you guys can really see this. Yeah, just finished that. Okay. So this is a sampler blanket, as you can see. It's getting kind of longish. There we go. It really is pretty. Some of the different designs. So let me tell you the story behind this. I started this. This is an Annie's kit. This is one of the Annie's Kit Clubs, and it is you go to Annie's. This is the Annie's Crochet Stripe Blanket, and when you join, and they've changed it up a couple of times. So now, when I joined, you joined and you got one kit a month. And one kit was 3 stripes. You got the yarn and and one of these pamphlets, and there you can see on there it was good for 3 stripes. And you paid $35 for each kit with shipping, and you got it once a month. So as you can tell, it's a little on the spendy side, but you get the instructions, and on their website, you can go in and they've got a video in case you have any problems. And you can go in and look at those videos and get copies of your instructions for the rest of your life once you've bought this. And the colors that I chose when I bought the kit were these colors. So that my kit came in these colors, and it's good yarn that you get. I want to say it's a Premier anti-pilling yarn, so it's really nice yarn. It is proprietary colors, so you can't just go online to Premier and order more of these colors. If you need to buy more yarn, you go to them and you buy more yarn, and it is not the basic cost that it would be for Premier anti-pilling yarn. But you can also just pick your own colors and go buy yarn, which is what I did. I knew I wanted to make a Christmas blanket, and so I looked at you can buy this in 6 or 8 different colors when you buy the kit. So I looked at their Christmas design, and basically it was these colors. And I just went and picked out, because when I started this, it was a couple of years ago, and that's when I was in Texas in the middle of the desert, and my only option for buying yarn was the Walmart. So I went over there and I bought the red heart, and I picked out the colors, which is basically this right here, and it was almost identical to the colors they had in their Christmas choice of this blanket. And because I was making this as a gift for someone. And so I started at the bottom and off I went. Now this has 30 stripes in it. I printed off all of the stripes because I've got to get this done. Stripe 30, yes, it has 30 stripes, and then the finishing edge. 30 stripes? Yeah, 30 stripes and then the edge. Yeah. So, last we spoke, I was on last time I showed this baby to ya, I was right there. I had done this, but not the cross stitch. So, I don't know what stripe that was. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love that one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I had finished the 15 but hadn't done the cross stitch. So when I picked this up a week or two ago, I've done the cross stitch for 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and I finished 21. Finished 21, and now I'm working on 22, and it's taken a while. 22 is taking some time. It's not hard, it's just, it's taking a while to do it. So I'm on row 22 out of 30. I think I'm gonna get it finished. I think I'm gonna get it finished. I have to get it finished. It's a Christmas present. But it's not one of those Christmas presents where I've got till the 25th of December. It's one of those Christmas presents where I've probably got till, like, if I had to guess, probably like the second week of December is probably what I've got till. So that's why I've been working on it. But I really enjoy it. So the reason I bought this, even though I knew it was going to be spendy, I had not crocheted for many years, and I really couldn't remember much about it. And when I saw this, the ability to learn all these different stitches one at a time with the video to show me, I thought, what a great way to learn all of this stuff. And so I signed up for it, because again, remember, I was in the middle of nowhere, and I mean, I didn't even have a hook and yarn. I had to go buy everything from the very beginning again. I also did not know everything in the world that you need to know about crochet is on YouTube for free. I didn't know. I didn't even really know about YouTube at that point. Very little. I knew very little. So I bought the kit. And of course, once you start it, you got to pretty much finish it. But anyway, I like it. I like the blanket. I really like the stitches. Honestly, there haven't been many that, once I've read the instructions, I haven't been able to do. However, having said that, where I'm at in crochet now is not where I was 2 years ago. I'm I don't want to say more skilled. I'm a more knowledgeable crocheter now than I was 2 years ago. And some of these things I probably could not have figured out 2 years ago without help. So I love the blanket. I wish it were bigger. I don't think it's wide enough. But it's a nice size throw, which is all they say it is. So, yeah. So we're getting there. We're on stripe 23, so I've got 7 more stripes to go. This one, I've got this much more to go. I'll probably finish it tonight. And so the next time you see this, who knows where we'll be? Who knows? So I'm really excited to be able to show this to you. Finish it Friday. I'm actually working on a project, and not only am I working on a Finish It Friday, this was one of the things that was on my original list in January to complete this year. So I feel like I'm doing pretty darn good. Thank you guys so much for popping in. If you are still listening after me jabbering on for nearly an hour, I really appreciate it. I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. That helps tremendously. If you have not already subscribed, we are sneaking up very slowly on 2,000, and I've got some big stuff coming up for that. I would appreciate it if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me tremendously. And again, if you saw any of the stuff in that bag or any of those earrings that you are interested in purchasing, drop me a note in the comments down below. Or if there's any earrings that you would like to purchase that you did not see, drop me a note. We'll see what we can do for you. $8 a piece plus shipping on any of the earrings you saw today. I cannot wait to hear from you. I'd like to hear what you think about all the stuff we talked about today. I will talk to you soon. See you later. Bye-bye.